Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. On tonight's show, we got loads and loads of stuff to talk about, include who's been triggered this week. We got to talk about Facebook and the far-right extremists that are being banned. Gavin Williamson, former Defence Secretary in the UK. And, of course, some Julian Assange and some Tommy Robinson for you. Lovely. All on Trigger Warning tonight. Graham, let's have the Duke.
It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
It's Thursday again already. It's come around bloody quickly. As ever, I'm joined tonight by two of my favourite people currently sat in a room with me right now. We got Graham, the Master Race Booth.
Hiya.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
Been a shocking disablist and racist this week, though, haven't we?
I was shouting about a disabled person who isn't disabled, actually, but yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't disabled.
Yeah.
She was pretending.
Yeah. And we got Cherry. How you doing, Cherry?
Fantastic. I'm really good.
Any of you transgender friends watching tonight?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Plenty.
Which one is it? One of your hookups?
Possibly.
Plenty of fish kind of action?
Plenty of trans.
Plenty of trans stock. Is that a website? Yeah, brilliant. Have you ever used Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Plenty of Fish. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Free dating site. There's only two types of ladies that are on Plenty of Fish. Only two types.
Come.
Donkeys. Real donkeys.
Yeah.
With lovely personalities.
Bubbly.
Or really attractive ladies who are absolutely fucking mental. Because if you go on a free dating site and you see someone that's really attractive, there's something seriously amiss. But
Yeah.
Cherry knows this because every week he hooks up to another one. And there we go. Plenty.
I like the mental ones.
Plentyofmental.com. I need to write all
these.
these domain names down. These are jobs. This is work.
Please don't add any more websites to the workflow, Hayden.
Dating for mentals. What could go wrong?
What's the worst that could happen?
Cherry does okay. Apart from the weeks they're having a go at him during the show.
I wear the smile these days. That's it.
Oh, we're going out live on liveleague.com and youtube.com. We've dumped facebook.com. Not been banned, just can't be asked. So we're going out on live, the mighty, huge, orgasmic, thickly veined liveleague.com and YouTube, the king of the internet. Who've we got in Troll Central and Live? We've got Macduff2, Fano Boss. Hello, sir. Bilach, I don't know. Al Bundy, Crispy Bacon, Halal Hoax. Hutchmampf, Equix, Hudson. I think I saw Radbod in there earlier. He's a very happy German. And The Vapist. Oh, you spelled that wrong, dude. Zap and Misanthropic One. Good to see so many of you guys in there. On YouTube, we got Chosen One. We got Tez. How you doing, Tez? You got to come and see us again soon, dude. It's been too long. Got Chappie, T3, Boss Hum. Got Paul and Bob Stew and I think Natalie. Buckscore. I've got quite a few in there right now. That's good to see. That's nice. You went to see Avengers Endgame this week, didn't you, Graham?
I did, yeah.
All on your own?
I did. Well, it was one of them where family things and all that, and I just didn't want the faff. I didn't want the stress of trying to sort out a babysitter or bringing her in. So I just buggered off on my own.
One question.
Yeah.
There were a flurry of WhatsApp messages for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I went on my own and just sat there going, Hayden.
When you book a seat at the cinema, I don't know how it works for you, I've booked for this weekend for me and Junior.
Yeah.
And you get a little graphic.
And
you can see clearly where everything is. Was it really full?
Yes.
I mean, was it full when you were booking?
Yeah, it was totally full, yeah.
Is that the reason you picked a seat all the way over by the wall?
Yeah, well, I was like, I wanted to be on the end for running to the toilet.
But you chose the wall?
Yeah, well, I just did it quick, and...
When you go out along the line of seats...
Yeah.
Do you do it bum to face? or front to face?
I didn't, man. I didn't.
But I always wonder about that.
Well,
What do you guys do? Let us know, live at triggerwarning.tv.
I got all my fluids out through the crying. So
I always
didn't leave
wonder,
the
what's the
toilet.
polite thing to do? Excuse me. Does it depend on when you last washed?
Yes.
Is that what it is? So if you got a real, you might have, if it's been a hot day,
I'll give him the arse unless it's been a busy one.
you might be collecting the moisture.
Yeah.
Can happen. Can happen. I've always wondered about. I don't care particularly. It's not like I walk backwards with my ass. Excuse me. Maybe I should try that.
Thinking about it now, actually,
I can't do it Saturday with my son there. That'd be bad.
I didn't stay for the end credits, and there was some guy, because I'd booked myself right in the corner there, I had to go past everyone, and there was some guy with his leg up on the seats in front, like right up, and he got the dick.
He got the dick.
And I'm thinking now, was that just a quick
switch?
You get the dick.
See, everyone gets out of my way because I'm big and fat, and they just assume they're going to get trodden on. Rightly assume they're going to get trodden on because I'm a clumsy fat fuck. I just tread on people. You know, that's the way it works. It's like when we were at that Iron Maiden gig a few years ago, and the missus said, "Come to the front," and I hated it. She can't move, and people are moving. I said, "I'm getting out." And our mate who was with us, Daryl, was there with a friend of his. He said, "You won't get out now." I got out.
Yeah.
Just turned around and fucking walked out. Left a trail of squashed teenagers in fresh Iron Maiden shirts. As this big fat bald fella, "I'm out. I'm getting out. Let me out." I can't cope with that. Everyone touches you. It's horrible.
I don't do it. I told you before, man. I just get asked too much if I've got any drugs when I'm at gigs. So I just stay at the back.
I don't get asked that.
Have you got anything, mate? Have you got? No, I don't know. But I just look like that, don't I? So
I don't think that would happen at an Iron Maiden gig.
I
don't think that would happen at an Iron Maiden gig. Very family friendly. Bruce Dickinson swears a lot. But you know, then again, my son thinks my wife swears more than me, which is brilliant. Because I don't slip up as often, you know.
Yeah, no, I yeah.
But of course, Junior did hear the trigger warning intro, didn't he?
Yeah.
When I was recording, I forgot the speakers were on. Fuck your feelings, you snowflake, or whatever it was. And of course, so when I got him to do the intro for our podcast, I had to cut it because he did say, "Fuck your feelings, you snowflake." Yeah. No! Cut, edit.
You're just handing that prick at BuzzFeed just a little bit too much ammunition there,
Exactly. I was tempted to leave it in. Tempted. Well, it's nice to see so many of you guys here. Thank you for joining us tonight. And of course, the guys on Live League. Wonderful. I love Troll Central. Fuck Facebook. TW Social is where he's at, says Mark Wild. It is. And I don't know what we're going to do about Facebook because I just don't see the point in it. I don't think it's of any benefit to us. I think it's just a drain on just even having to look at it. And so we might eventually actually have to say goodbye properly. Because Cherry just brought that up. We were going to do why have you just switched? Oh, that's the screen. Graham's jumping around screens. It's making me really...
Troll Central wasn't updating.
Right,
I was
there we
refreshing
go.
For you.
There we go. So we might have to just say goodbye to Facebook. Because it's a fucking nuisance. It's just one more stream to go wrong, isn't it, really? Save some bandwidth to some shit, I don't know. Fuck Facebook. What have they ever done for us? No one gets the notification because you put it on things. It's a good way to let people know that do watch the show. And you know, I'm just taking this off because it's getting on my tits. People don't get the notifications. They don't see the point. I'm not going to pay. You know, fuck that. Way too cheap for that. Pay to tell the people have clicked like because they want to know, but you got to pay to let them know. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck that data sharing piece of shit. I want no part of that. He was a good boy. Hello, sir. Said the deal with Mark Zuckerberg to buy LiveLeak must have fallen through. We used to joke about one day sending him an email asking if he'd do an April Fool's thing, didn't we? Or he says, you know, you make him do a statement. I really loved the live leaks. That's why I bought it. And we're not going to change it, apart from just a few changes. New blue logo. Live book. Face leak.
Powered by Facebook.
Oh, everyone would be very happy. They're not happy if we have to add one rule. Imagine what they do if that fucking cyborg was in charge. Wow. You can still use LiveLeak all you have to do is enter your real name, full address, postcode, phone number, social security number, and then they can sell it to the Russians or some shit. I don't know how it works. Got Alan and From the Dust in there on YouTube as well. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Okay, let's have a look here. Someone's having hard times. Todd the Rod says the show is boring and bald. Stop watching it. That's what I'd do. Get back to what you usually do of an evening. Fucking your mother. Go on, son. Jog on. I don't get that. I'm very bored. Go watch something else. Fuck your dog. Whatever it is you do. Play with mud in the garden. Whatever it is. Eat your crayons. Go do it. Have fun. I don't want you to be unhappy. I want you to be happy, Todd the Rod. And whatever that takes, as long as it's within the law, go do it. Go do it. Don't stick here with those boring people. We'll miss you. We'll care that you're gone. But go do your shit, man. Go do that thing. Be happy. Right, let's crack on. We've got many things to ask. Smoke Steve's in. Hello, sir. And Swabo, that's a new name. Might even be a new person. LL333 says, I fuck your dog. No, even my dog wouldn't fuck you, dude. I fuck your dog. That sounds like some kind of weird foreign insult. I fuck your dog!
I was thinking that like a Russian, I fuck your dog.
Do you know when dads used to say, if you said, oh, I'm sick of that shit, I'll shit you in a minute. How bad it would be to slip up in public? Your kid says, fuck, I'll fuck you in a minute. I mean, oh. It must happen. Yeah. It's not happened to me yet. I have caught myself saying dad things like, because. Just because. The reason being, I know if I explain it, he'll find a counter argument. He's getting really good at that. It's getting distressing. Oh, I've had a stressy week. I'm enjoying this. This is nice. Let's start off with some Facebook. You see, it came out in the news today that Facebook has been banning right-wing extremists. There they are. We've got Alex. So this is Facebook and Instagram because it's all one big incestuous fuck party. Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, Milo Yiannopoulos, Paul Joseph Watson. My word. Paul Nayland and Louis Farrakhan. Now, I'm going to be honest. The only person I'd say is right-wing and an extremist there is Paul Nayland. Nayland, whatever. I don't know. We were talking about this before. I don't know that Louis Farrakhan is a right-wing extremist. I think he's more of a leftist. He's incredibly hateful and racist and divisive and fucking dreadful. And one of the main examples I pull up is, well, if you're going to ban him, why is he there? Yeah, you can't ban Tommy Robinson and fucking leave Louis Farrakhan. That doesn't seem fucking fair at all, does it? But Facebook have banned these guys from Instagram and Facebook for being far-right extremists. Now, Alex Jones, as we know, he's under the hammer right now. Everyone's out to get Alex Jones. He picked a side. He used to be viciously libertarian, didn't he? And viciously like, I don't believe in the system. I don't like any politicians. But he chose Trump, and he hooked himself up to that Trump train and got himself just big enough to be noticed, but not big enough to be untouchable, I guess. Laura Loomer. It doesn't take much to be called a far-right extremist, does it? Milo's not really been doing much. Apparently, Graham tells me he's been dressing up as a lady. But I'm sure they can't ban you for that on Facebook. I'm sure they probably encourage that on Facebook, I would have thought. Paul Joseph Watson, that's such a strange one, because he distanced himself from InfoWars, didn't he? Quite a bit. Apart from doing the odd fucking advert for, like boner pills and shit. Paul Nayland, he is a nailed-on twat. He's dreadful. And Louis Farrakhan's dreadful. But we're seeing more and more of this. People have been reporting, and I don't know the absolute validity of this because I've not seen all their other posts. But the screenshotting things such as, they've been banned for just talking positively about Alex Jones or Tommy Robinson. Probably Sargon of Akkad now, I guess, because apparently he's a ferocious Nazi now, according to our media and press. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. Those noodles I had for lunchtime are talking back to me something terrible. They weren't that nice the first time.
I like noodle burps.
No, it was satay.
Ooh.
No, it wasn't good. Don't get the idea I had good quality satay noodles. I really didn't.
Did you suck on those spicy nuts, Hayden, did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah. No. No, it wasn't. It was from Urban Noodle Company. It was just in a box from the supermarket. It was shit. But I bought them, so I ate them, because I'm a greedy fat bastard. That's what you do. I've never once sat down eating something and thought, I wish I had a pot noodle. But I didn't have a pot noodle, so there we go. See, it seems more and more people are banned now. I've long said I think there's a real problem because there is a bias against conservative commenters. I know there's some more extreme examples like Laura Loomer who really goes out there. I need to reach out to Laura Loomer actually because I've got a contact. We need to try and get her on the show. Paul Joseph Watson, I don't think you could call him a far-right extremist. He's got strong views on Islam and stuff like that, but you've got those momentum people from Labour that seem to have strong ideas about Jews, so they're not getting banned right now. Perhaps it's because they're from the other side. I think Louis Farrakhan, they finally shit-canned him, just that we've got to throw one under the bus here. And when you look through his posts, they are terrible, dude. They're horrific. He really is so full of hate. It's unbelievable. But at the same time, should we be removing people just for opinion? Because none of these people use rampant racial slurs, do they? They don't advocate, well, I don't know about Louis Farrakhan and Paul Nayland, but let's talk about the people that we do know. Paul Joseph Watson, Milo, Laura Loomer and Alex Jones. They don't advocate for the death of people. They're not white supremacists as such. I know some extreme things to some people might have been said, but have they really said anything that would require the sort? Because we know once Facebook has banned them, everyone else is going to follow suit at some point. With Twitter coming in last. When Jack's finished doing his tantric meditation and shit like that, they'll catch on and then they'll shit can him at the end. Problems I've had with Alex Jones, I mean, some of the stuff he says is fucking stupid, okay? It really is. However, I can't see a reason to ban him, hence LiveLeak not banning him. Laura Loomer, I can't see anything really that would require them being removed from a platform. Milo, he's been deplatformed everywhere now, hasn't he? Paul Joseph Watson, certainly not. He's very careful how he says things most of the time. I'd say the other two are genuinely hateful pricks, but even then, what are we banning people for? And it does seem there's an anti-conservative bias. So we always look at the most extreme examples, but if someone's just talking positively about Tommy Robinson, should that be a reason to be silenced? I think there's a genuine concern, because where are the Conservatives going to go? They can't just go to Gab, because no matter what Gab claims, it's a predominantly right-leaning environment, so you're just getting one side of things, and that's not healthy. But if you go on Twitter, you're mostly getting the other side of things, with a few extreme examples from the right peppered around. But if you notice, the Conservative voice, apart from Drone Tech, Drone Tech's there fighting the fight, isn't he, on Twitter?
Yeah, good man.
By the way, I know we said this on the Tuesday vodcast, but congratulations, Drone Tech. He and his wife have just had their second child, beautiful baby boy. And I was going to go on his show tonight, but the dude, obviously, he's got a brand new baby. He's got way better things to do than hang out with us. But congratulations, guys. Well done. That's marvellous. So, yeah, I can't see a reason, Paul Joseph Watson says things about Islam. So fucking what? Why can't you criticise a religion? Why can't you? We also see it on the internet where legitimate criticism of Israel. I'm not talking about people that start, veering straight off into Rothschilds controlling the world and the Holocaust didn't happen, all that sort of thing, because we know what they are. But just legitimately criticising some of Israel's actions apparently makes you an anti-Semite. Criticising Islam makes you Islamophobic. And it's all getting a bit much now. And of course, what happens is when the big platforms make these moves, a lot of it can be advertiser driven. And that falls down to the rest of us. It just filters down. So all the shit choices they make up at the top just falls on down, and we have to deal with it lower down. And it just doesn't change. Swabo says, don't call Shizlam a religion. I didn't. I called Islam a religion. It is a religion. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Call it whatever you like, dude. I'm just saying what it actually is. Oh, Mark Weil says, actually, it's a death cult. It's a religion. Whatever you describe it as is up to you. That's fine. Sam Shepard says, call me an Islamic phobic. I really don't give a fuck. Misanthropic 01 says, Hayden is a Jew. He is loyal to Israel. Absolutely. 100% loyal, as long as they pay me. The minute they don't, over to Russia again. You know how it goes. If the shekels don't come in, dude, I'm out of here. We have started referring on the shows to Netanyahu as King Netanyahu, because he seems to really trigger people over on the left really badly.
Hail to the king.
Yeah, they just get really, really fucking angry with us, which I enjoy. And I every week I get 3 lectures about Jews, 3 lectures about Muslims. I've had a vegan guy bitching at me endlessly because I did a stream about the legitimization of paedophilia, and we're seeing groups of them on Twitter that say they're non-offending, and I have a problem with that. Strangely enough, I don't like groups of paedophiles. And this guy comes on, why are children more important than animals? We torture animals all the time. Because they're fucking children, you fucking Nimrod. It's what it is. It's the tofu, Graham. All the tofu, it fucks with the brains.
I love tofu.
Plastic shoes.
Proper love it.
How?
When it's all slippery and spicy.
What do you love it? It tastes of nothing.
Not when I do it.
I had a sirloin steak on Saturday, mate. That fucking thick. With some homemade parmentier potatoes. I didn't make them.
I like steak too.
I had beer with it.
Oh, did you?
I had a beer with it. And I tell you something. Anyone that can look at that and go, I'll just have the tofu. I'm
beer.
so weak and pale. And I smell funny because I emanate it from my pores. Fuck those vegan bastards.
You're such a dog whistling motherfucker, you aren't
Fuck
you?
them.
Every week, every damn week we're sat here on a Thursday, you always say, I like beer. Every week. So they all know. They all know.
No one ever sends me any.
No, it's because you love the rape. That's what you're trying to tell him.
Oh, that's because you confuse getting people drunk with raping them. I just drink have a pint for myself with my dinner. It's a different thing, dude. I don't use it as a dating tool. I'm sorry. I'm not judging you.
Hey, it's all consensual.
For a given value of how do they consent after 12 pints and some GHB.
No, it's part of the game. It's fine.
Dude,
Terrence, we had an update from Terrence as well, saying that his mate met his wife on Plenty of Fish. So there you go. He didn't clarify which of the two crazies.
How long have they been together? Are they both mental?
He just wrote lol, so he's
I met plenty of fucking crazies on there.
a non-triggerist 12K528 said, I fuck Hayden's dog. What?
Sorry, brilliant username. Martin Luther Trump. Oh, we salute you! On Live League, we are being watched by Martin Luther Trump. Oh, what a wonderful name. He asked, what's my favourite beer? I don't have an absolute... I like... Oh, that's just fucking beautiful.
I like beer.
I like beer.
That Uncle Fester one.
A lot of beer.
Was it Halloween or Christmas? Or
What's that one?
What?
Oh, the Uncle Fester.
Uncle
was
Fester,
it?
brilliant.
Yeah,
I like Hobgoblin. I like Old Peculiar, Old Crafty Hen, Trooper, stuff like that. Ales rather than lagers. I'm not mad on lagers. I don't like really strong beer either.
I do.
Yeah, of course, special brew. In the park, I get it, but no, I don't like really strong beer. I like beer just with my dinner. I'm not a big drinker. I have maybe 1 or 2 drinks a week. That's about it.
I like the little cans now.
I
know the little
I don't drink out of cans.
Coke can sized. Well,
You two are so fucking common.
little bottles. What the fuck are you about?
Cans of beer.
What's wrong with you, Aiden?
Swabo says, don't call Trooper beer. Why is everyone telling me what to say? It's beer. It's fucking beer. It's beer in a bottle of beer. And also, it's Robinson's beer, so it's proper beer. Where are you from, Swallow? I demand you tell me immediately. Immediately.
Skype in.
Hayden, do you think Maduro is scared shitless right now? I think he's sitting still pretty at the moment. The army haven't turned on him yet. Right, yeah. We got to move on. Shit.
Yeah, okay.
Time.
Okay, well, before we lots of people saying that, Alex shouldn't be banned, even though he's a crazy...
I agree.
Crazy muppet.
I agree.
Mr. God to You said Facebook hasn't banned me, but LiveLeak has. Do the math.
Mr. God to You?
Yeah.
He's not been banned, has he?
I don't know.
Maybe you don't act like as much of a creepy old dick on Facebook as you do on LiveLeak, or just nobody notices you. I don't fucking know. I didn't know you were banned. I thought you just got your star taken off you for your 18th fucking offence that you didn't manage to kiss ass out of this time.
Bob Stew has also updated saying that apparently a bomb squad has had to blow up a device near a polling station in the past hour in Derry.
In Derry?
Derry.
Oh,
Derry. Which obviously we can't really speak on too much, can we? Because it's just there. But yeah, sorry about that.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Do you know what we need to talk about? Who's been triggered this week? Oh, that's what I need to talk about. What I need to do as well is stop this and do that, or it's going to get all funky. So each week I enjoy seeing who's been triggered online. It gives me the chuckles. Makes me laugh. And there's a few things this week that jump to mind, because it's the ridiculous ones, like, not the real ones, like the people doing an anti-Israel protest here in the UK outside a fucking just a Jewish centre where there was a nursery and they have a cafe and they talk about Jew things, nothing to do with Israel, but they're all out there fucking screaming and shouting and campaigning against Israel. If I was going to campaign about Saudi Arabia, I don't think I'd go and do it outside a Muslim nursery. You'd go to the embassy, wouldn't you? But it's the left wing. Jews is Jews. That's what they dig. But triggered this week. Okay, let's have a look. These are quite cool. Fun things I've seen people triggered by this week. First one is Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a new film coming out, Sonic the Hedgehog. Jim Carrey's in it as Dr. Robotnik, and it's about a blue fucking hedgehog that runs around the place. It's a film based on a video game that was very old, and it involves a blue hedgehog running about. Now, I don't know what your expectations might be of a film of a 1990 platform game. And if you're a gamer and I got that year wrong, keep it to yourself, you weird incel motherfucker. I don't care. Grown men have been on the internet complaining that Sonic doesn't look right. Graham was complaining earlier that Sonic doesn't look right.
Yeah, well, we were discussing it. It's not like I walked in shouting about it.
No, but you did sit there and out of nowhere, it doesn't look like Sonic. It's a blue fucking hedgehog in trainers. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Out of nowhere, I was loading the picture up for
I don't know what
show.
you're doing over there. I can't see. All I know is it's Sonic the Hedgehog. You grown men, fucking stop it. You shouldn't even be going to see a film. Unless you have kids, you shouldn't be going to see Sonic the Hedgehog. You shouldn't worry about this shit. Let alone post endlessly about that it doesn't look quite how the picture in your fucking head did. It's just a shame you couldn't get off your ass and make the fucking film yourself. Far easier to moan. People that did this are the ones that are up there, what Graham told me about earlier. People were complaining about Avengers game because it panders to Marvel fans too much. My second favourite thing, I love this one, Game of Thrones. Oh, look at that. Game of Thrones, that's one of the brighter images from episode 3 of the new series of Game of Thrones. That's season to Americans who don't understand proper English. People have been very annoyed because this. I mean, I've watched it. It's an amazing bit of television. It's stunning in its intensity, its action, just the way it's put together. It's outrageous. There's never been TV like this episode on this scale. It was Hollywood A-lister movie scale action and adventure. It was awesome. It was awesome. But not on the internet. No. On the internet, it was really dark. I couldn't see everything because it was dark. Why was it dark? Because it was at night. No sun. No sun, dark. When they lit a fire, it got brighter. That's how light works. You need a source of illumination to create brightness. It was just light enough. It made it very dramatic. But no, people were sat at home changing the brightness on their televisions just in case there were 3 pixels they couldn't fucking make out on the 3rd zombie from the left at the 5th row back. Come on, guys. Is that all we've got to complain? I saw a woman on American TV who said, well, I didn't know you could change the brightness on your television. And I imagine there were a lot of other people that didn't know that either. No, love. Just you. But what gets me, it's not complaining about it. You could say, oh, it's a bit fucking dark, that. But it's the level of intensity and passion they put into whinging about these things. So Game of Thrones, massive problem for the internet this week. The last little trigger piece, well, it can only really be CNN. CNN were triggered. I thought we had a graphic there, but apparently we don't. When I shouted, can we have CNN? And you looked at me, I thought we had that. Because I pointed and it's not there.
No.
Imagine there's a CNN logo just up here. CNN were triggered this week about the bar thing. CNN were triggered last week about something else. CNN will be triggered wildly about something next week, whilst ignoring any parallels to the left. If we do this thing more often, if I see things that are triggered every week, I get a feeling CNN might be on this every week. Perma-triggered motherfuckers. So that's just a couple of things that I saw triggered this week that I found very amusing. Lovely little people. Did you have a problem with Game of Thrones? Don't write in. If you would like to get in touch, it's live at triggerwarning.tv. If you want to Skype in, it's the same address. And you can talk to us on all the channels and things and stuff. You're laughing, Graham. What have you seen that I haven't?
Well, I got CNN up just as she decided to move on.
It was dead by then.
Yeah, no, it was too late. It was literally,
it passed.
It came up just as you moved on. We were done.
No, the moment passed.
We were finished.
The moment passed. It was. It was over. Mr. Kill C1 apparently says that it was too dark for my telly. Now I've managed to convince the miss thanks to this episode, and new TV is coming. Well done on the new telly. It's at night. What do they want? What do they fucking want?
They want them to put a show out that's been optimised for
Well, it has.
home screens.
It looked great on mine.
For everyone's home screen.
Fuck everyone. Looked great on mine. Mine's not even that great. Mid-range TV. It's not great. But I looked at it, and when it was black, I thought, it's not like that. And then all the fucking monsters came out of it. If you haven't watched episode 3 yet, do keep in mind there are a lot of spoilers on the internet. Terrible spoilers on the internet. Graham's looking at me. He thinks I'm going to drop a spoiler. And basically, it's Arya Stark that stabs the fucking Night King. And that's the end of that. Now they're off to fight Cersei. So there we go. Everyone's seen it. It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. And if you haven't seen it and you heard that, it's all right. He had to die. He had to die. Come on. Cup of Tea says, when are you doing the naked show? Well, nobody needs to see that shit. Why would anyone want to see that? Why would anyone want to see that? Graham, you look like you're having a whale of a time.
Well, do you remember when we were outside discussing the end of Game of Thrones, and I came up with that little phrase about how good it was when she dropped the knife, and that's all you need to say without smiling it. And then you just look right in the camera.
It's just because Jerry said he hadn't watched it yet.
It's just the fact that we came up with a lovely little phrase we could have used for the show.
That's me.
Nod to those that have seen it. I'm just here, just like that. I don't know. I'm really enjoying myself tonight. I don't know why.
Mr. God to you says Hayden just loves poking fun at me, and I can take it without blowing a fuse. There we go.
And I have been enjoying. There's a lot of people talking about how triggered you are by triggered people.
Well, although it'd be really dull if I wasn't, wouldn't it?
No, yeah.
You know, I'm going to talk about... In fact, no, let's just not talk about anything. Yeah, that's the thing. It's called trigger warning. I'm triggered. I'm permanently fucking triggered anyway, in one way or another. That's just the way this shit works.
Yeah, he's just told me off for being happy.
This isn't a place for happiness, dude. What are you doing? We can't be happy here. It's like Tuesday nights when we do that vodcast and we're sat there, we're going 12:30. Well, now everyone can see it's 1 hour short. How long have we been going now? 2 hours, you say? Brilliant. It was much easier when it was just radio and...
Yeah, I can't watch Tuesday's show back, you know, I can't do it because it just seems myself going like drifting and staring.
On the last one, because you know I've had a very stressy week. Yeah. I've had a really fucking awful week. And it got to about 12:30, 1:45. And I actually realised that I hadn't spoke for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, there was one bit where I did that, where I was just... Well, someone was posting Avengers spoilers on the chat.
Oh, right.
And
I didn't see those.
I read the Avengers spoiler, and just for a second, I was just sort of in my head going, you bastard. And then I realised that I didn't know how long I'd just been there going like, you know, yeah, it was drifting. I like it, though. I do like it.
Buckscore just made a nice one. Thanks. Haven't watched it yet. Might just watch Titanic tonight instead. Please don't spoil the ending to that one too. Do you know, back in... Graham hadn't been coming here long, and he was doing the Game Face show. And I think it's when Rogue One came out, and I'd been to see it. And I was talking about it with someone else in the room. He's like, no spoilers. Well, what do you mean, no fucking spoilers?
I don't like the experience to be ruined.
But it's a prequel. You know how it ends. It ends where Star Wars, they get the plans. There you go.
Well, it's like, you know the main plot, but you don't want like certain sequences, like the last 5 minutes of Rogue One. That best part of the film, that.
Oh, no, I told them all about that. Was it Darth Vader loses his shit and gets stabby with his fucking laser sword?
Fucking brilliant.
Well, that's the bit, isn't it? When you're talking about, because the spoiler, when you say
that's the money shot for that film.
Yeah, when you say spoilers, it's not necessarily, in the case of Rogue One, it's not the very end, the MacGuffin. It's the fact that he turns up, isn't it? A spoiler for a movie is the big emotional punch, not necessarily the, you know. And then they get the plans to Princess Leia. That's not the spoiler for that film, is it? Obviously. You're just a bully, Hayden. And you're just hiding behind schoolyard.
That's the most redundant thing you could ever have said.
Schoolyard logic. Everyone knows what happens.
There you
it's
go.
Like, well, yeah.
All it has to do is make sense in my head, dude. That's all.
That's all that matters.
That's all that fucking matters. Misanthropic is so desperate for attention. It's a lightsaber fag. A comma would have done instead of a full stop. The full stop's a bit weird. It's grammar, cunt. See? Comma. Would have done just fine. I've just missed loads of these. 733 says, sometimes I piss on the side of the toilet. I think no one can hear me. We all do it, dude. It's not always the right time to give it the hosepipe treatment. It's not always the right time.
Do you remember we agreed a few months ago about me pulling my pants all the way down to my ankles to go for a wee? I'm still doing it. It's liberating. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a wonderful phase of my life.
You're going to go with some friends for a pint down the village. You're going to have a couple too many. You're going to forget yourself. And you're going to get a nudge.
I'm going to think, I'll be sending signals, won't I? Flying the flag.
That'll be another one of them times when I get in touch the next one. Oh, did you have a good night last night? Don't want to talk about it.
Because I'm such a whore for attention as well. I will have been winking at a guy all night just to get him to flirt with me. No, because I'm like that when I'm out in the village. I'm flirting with everyone because I just want to feel pretty. But I'm not going to do anything with anyone. But then that'd be the instance where he'd be like, dude's been sending me signals all night. Time to rock and roll.
Well, you know, sometimes I guess you just got to take a bit of cock. Especially been flirting with them all night and you're fucking in the toilets with your pants pulled down.
Yeah, man.
I guess that's when you're going to get some.
It's what you get for being a little tease, isn't it?
You might like it. It could happen. You could go, it's all right. Or you could be mentally scarred for life.
Well, the physical aspect of it, I know for a fact I enjoy. But the emotional connection and the boy smells during, I don't think I'd be into that. And obviously the wetness.
For ladycock.
I like ladycock, yeah.
Moving on. Gavin Williamson. For those of you who don't know, Gavin Williamson was the Secretary of Defence here in the UK. Look at him there. Well, you should hear him speak. It's shocking. So, he's the one that said that his famous quote was, "I think Russia should shut up." Delivered in this kind of reedy, high-pitched voice. I can only imagine that Putin was sat there and went, and felt really told. But anyway, Gavin Williamson, he was the Secretary of Defence, but he's just been sacked here in the UK for leaking information relating to the Chinese manufacturer Huawei. Huawei. I think I said that correctly. Is it Huawei or Huawei? Anyway. Huawei, I think they were supposed to build the servers for the 5G network or something like that for the 5G network. But as we know, there are some massive security concerns with Huawei that, the Chinese government has, allegedly had chips put in many of their products. They report lots and lots of things back to China, and many people are paranoid about this because China really want to know what you do with your time. But on something this big, it's an issue. And it's an issue that they were put in for something like it should have been a UK manufacturer. Set aside the security concerns, millions upon millions upon millions of pounds that could have gone to a UK manufacturer. But they chose Huawei. But what happened is it was leaked that they were going to use Huawei. And all hell broke loose. But it's all apparently, at the time, pointed at Mr. Gavin Williamson. So he was sacked. Now, Gavin's denied being the person responsible for the leak. In fact, he did blame someone else, but it turns out that person went, "I wasn't even there, mate." So that kind of fucked that one up for him. But he's sworn on his children's lives, something I always find particularly admirable in people when they do that it's not him. And he also welcomes a police inquiry. Now, Theresa May, British Prime Minister par excellence, masterful negotiator, that lady, was told, we should have a police investigation. And in typical Theresa May decisive fashion, she went, no. So they're going to sack him for something that's basically espionage against the government from a government minister, but not have a police investigation? How does that shit work? How does that even work? Someone in that room blabbed. So come on, we've got to have an investigation. This isn't like they're just going, Ian Duncan Smith wears lady knickers. No, this is some serious shit. But the thing is, I think Gavin's going to be okay, because I happen to know that there's a suite at the Ecuadorian embassy going spare at the moment. Previous tenant has vacated. I think he could just slip in there and get a good 6-7 years in there, smearing feces on the walls and riding a skateboard. Gavin, you're going to be okay. They'll look after you. If you'd like to talk about anything on the show or anything you'd like to talk about that we're not talking about, do get in touch. We've still got some time. Go to live@triggerwarning.tv. Send in your emails. Get on Skype, live@triggerwarning.tv. And talk to us about any of the things, and we can do that. Cherry's having some kind of weird fit there.
I'm laughing at you.
All right. Because you're just looking at your monitor with your hand on your face. Oh, fuck, what's happened now?
I'm trying not to laugh out loud. Yeah, man.
I've got it here. It's okay. I just keep not looking at it.
It's just a bit much for me tonight.
JRaw123 says in Germany they have handlebars on the urinals.
Lovely.
Racing ones. Or choppers. Choices. Choices.
I'd like that. I'd like to roar whilst it was all, when it goes,
Getting your
comes
shoes
out.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, the weeing noise. Yeah, when you go for a wee.
You alright?
Yeah.
When I go for a wee, it doesn't go. No, it doesn't.
Fucking hell.
It doesn't do that. It's just you. I'd be really alarmed if I went to the toilet in the night, because I'm 46 when I sometimes need to go in the night. I'm not up 3 times a night yet, so the doctor's not after getting the old fingers up. Notice I chose 2. The doctor's not out for checking my prostate just yet, but it does happen. I get up in the night, and if I got up in the night and got staggered in there, anyway,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh shit. That's got to be something. That's got to be something with a prostate or something like that, isn't it? Shinjin says, Hayden, would you buy an electric car? Not right now. No, I wouldn't. I don't think the infrastructure's quite there for an electric car at the moment. I don't think we're quite ready. And also, they're really expensive. There's a guy from one of the businesses around here. He's got one of those Tesla Model S. That looks really nice. Goes like fuck. Silent. Just fucks off. But no, it doesn't work for me yet. I'm not saying I never would. I don't have any objection to electric cars. I just don't see the point in one just yet. Have we had any emails, Jerry, by the way?
We have. A chap called Gary, he emailed in last week. He had some login problems and he wanted you to fix it. Hayden asked you to pass it on last week to get it sorted. And
Oh, dude, don't read out technical support emails. Have we got anything to do with the show?
no.
All right, that's all. I'm sorry for your troubles, Gary. We'll try and get you sorted, dude.
We probably should have said it at the top of the show, but if anyone could email, because my laptop's died tonight, so I'm between my phone
You're
and
really up to it. We might miss some comments.
Yeah.
It's interrupting my Facebook time here.
Email is the safest way to get in touch, and we've had no live polls from the election. I've been checking constantly, nothing. And on Trigger is 12K519 said that Graham is a monster. So
You don't know the half of it.
Seems a
You
bit
don't know
unreasonable
the
to me.
half of it. You don't know what I put up with.
12K528 said, why does Hayden look like a Furby?
That can't have been one of the more higher selling models, can it? Furby, fucking hell.
You've got the eyelashes though, haven't you?
Do you know what? When I first read it, I was like, fuck off. But the longer I look at you with the word Furby in my mind.
I'm just trying to figure out here. All right. You have a piss nail. Cherry goes, eyelashes. Why do I put up with this shit? Seriously. Could I not get two people who aren't chromosomally challenged in to do this with me?
Yeah.
Speaking of wanking, when does the wanking license come in? That's cup of tea.
Oh, that'd be a bad one, wouldn't it? I've just been asked again why I don't dye my beard. What for?
Be a bit weird now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't it be strange if I just turned up with a jet black beard? Hello. Does it look natural? I'm getting older. I'm not dead. I'm quite happy about that. If the cost is a white beard, I'll live with that. I'm still not dead. It's all right to get older. What kind of man would even consider that?
Next week with a jet black beard. I think you should do it.
What man would consider... Oh, no, I'm getting older. I'll dye my beard. Yeah, the rest of you still look shit. What does it matter? I don't understand it. It's like men that shave the chests or do the bit in the middle of their eyebrows. The fuck is wrong with you? Burt Reynolds would not have done that. He was a real man. Wore a wig and that. But apart from that, Sean Connery, he didn't dye his beard, did he? Real men. I bet all the people that ask this are people that like that Twilight shit. All incels and twinks that like Twilight. That's what that'll be.
Is Twilight the one where they sparkle?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm saying, listen, yes. I've never watched one.
You know what time Sean Connery turns up to Wimbledon, don't you? 10ish.
You're sacked.
I actually brought his mic down ready for the get out.
Oh my word, we better talk about something else. Julian Assange. Yeah, we did talk about him when he was carried out of the Ecuadorian embassy sideways. You can see he's had a beard trim now. He looks like a recovering spice addict now rather than an active spice addict. Why would he look great, though? He's been locked in a fucking room with no sun for years on end. He was removed. He's been sentenced. He's been sentenced to 50 weeks imprisonment for basically skipping bail. That is the offence he's been charged with, and I've seen a lot of things online. Oh, it's not right. It's that the charges were dropped, but he did skip bail. This is unavoidable. Whatever his reasons are, he did skip bail. So, okay. The reason it's a long sentence is he skipped bail and then hid out for years on end in the middle of London, costing everyone a fortune. The judge says it was one of the worst cases of bail skipping they'd ever seen. Apparently, I reckon he'll do about 25 months. Half time off for good behaviour, if he behaves. As long as he's not still smearing the poo on the walls, which allegedly he enjoyed doing. But I think he should make the most of his time in Belmarsh prison, to be honest. You know, again, another thing Graham and I was discussing, he's going to make new friends, meet new people, like Harry the Stabber, Gary, Baz, Dave.
There's always a Baz.
There's always a Baz, Ahmed. You know, the prisons are full of wonderful people. He'll make a lot of new friends that probably really understand the intricacies of WikiLeaks and what he was doing. And he'll be able to have discussions with them. He'll get some sunlight. He won't be allowed to skateboard around his room. Probably not a great idea in Belmarsh prison anyway. But yeah, I think he should make the most of his happy fun time there, because America is still after him. They want to extradite him. Now, apparently, at the hearing, I think it was earlier today, could have been yesterday now, I've lost track of time, he refused to even enter into discussions about the extradition. So, his extradition hearing is planned for the 30th of May. Now, from what I've been reading, what they'd like to charge him for would result in about a 5-year sentence in the US. I'm going to guess they're going to look for more than that. I think they want to bury Julian Assange. And the only issues I ever had was the editorializing of that video by calling it collateral murder. You're leading everyone to the story rather than just using the facts and the facts of what happened before the event and after the event. It's just that one event from a war zone, and they editorialized it. I've always had an issue with that. Some of the stuff that were released allegedly resulted in death for some of the agents because they were releasing names with informants and agents and stuff without redacting those, which I don't think there's a reason to put people in danger to tell the truth. You can take just the names out. I think to say something's happening can sometimes be enough without getting people killed. And but it's not my call. I don't run WikiLeaks, so I couldn't say. But I don't know. I think the US government, I don't think they're going to go through all of this just to nail him for 5 years. Not when they managed to keep Chelsea Manning under lock and key for various reasons for so long. I think they'll be looking at keeping Julian in place for a lot longer than that. And as we know, US prisons can be quite, I guess friendly's a word, isn't it? Romantic's not the right word. But American prisons, they're all into that making special friends things. It's very strange. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Julian Assange. I mean, for me, the extradition is a weird thing. I don't know. We know we're going to give in. I'd rather have had him extradited to Sweden so he could get those charges knocked on the head or dealt with. If I think there's only one still standing now anyway, and then let someone else handle it, because I don't think we'll be sending him over to the US for anything good. But I think some people are also overreacting that he'll be vanished and he'll end up at some Black Ops base in some weird Stan country, you know, and vanished forever. I don't think that'll happen, but it's not looking great. It's not looking great at all for Julian, but it was never going to end well, was it? It was never going to end well. There was no positive outcome for the fella on this one. I guess he's got to face the charges that he has to face and has to deal with it. And there should be plenty of support from these loyal followers for his legal fund. So, see, I can't say I wish you all the best just in case he was a rapist. You know, I can't. Got to be careful, because I don't know. I don't know the facts of the case. It's not been tried. I don't know if it's true or not true, and there's lots of other things I'm not sure. And I think he's put himself in a situation that might have made it worse. Like the Hillary email thing was very dangerous, because you know that whole Seth Rich thing that we spoke about was brought in. Turns out he had fuck all to do with it. They found, I think this is in the Mueller report. That the Russians were handing stuff to WikiLeaks. It wasn't Seth Rich. He had nothing to do with it. Of course, that's all a conspiracy, naturally, because, you know, conspiracy. I don't know. I think he's fucked himself into a deep hole here. And only he can know if that's worth it. Only he can know. Shish Kebab says we would not have learned about Pizzagate without WikiLeaks. Pizzagate. A lot of good came of Pizzagate. Can't think what. Misanthropic 01 says you forgot your tinfoil hat at home, Hayden. No, they've gone. It's okay.
We're all right.
Did I say anything conspiratorial on my part there? I'm not really sure. Anyway, Julian Assange, his extradition hearing is on the 30th of May, so do watch that live online. That'll be an interesting one. Right, we're gonna have to move on. We've still got to crack on. We've got loads to do and not much time to do it. Hey, 2020, are we going to do an all-nighter for the election?
Oh God, yeah. I'm going to be dressed like Mr. America.
I'm going to wear that new mega hat.
Yeah. I'm going to be covered in American flags, man. It's going to be stupid.
Make Paddy's great again.
No, I'm going to be full Trump. Like if that night doesn't go to Trump, I'm going to look like a right tit.
I think I've uploaded all these clips twice. You might have to go through them. Like,
Oh, have you been doing that? We'll have a look.
You're pulling an all-nighter for that as well.
huh?
You're pulling an all-nighter for that.
I don't know.
I think we should. That'll be mint.
To watch Trump win the second term,
Yeah.
it'd be so much fun.
Just for the tears. Just the tears alone will be fucking exceptional. Oh, right, we've got to move on. The European elections are coming up very soon, and despite being promised we were getting a Brexit, we've not had a Brexit, so we're taking part in the European elections. Here in the Northwest, one of the candidates is Tommy Robinson. There he is. Stephen Yaxley Lennon contractually obliged to say that if you have any form of broadcast whatsoever, he's standing for a candidate in the Northwest. That's where we are. He's trying to be the Northwest candidate for the European Parliament. Now, I don't know how well it's been going overall, his campaigning. I'm sure there have been lots of supporters, but it's not gone swimmingly. In Salford, one woman basically told him that he was full of shit, or asked if he was full of shit, because they're very polite in Salford. That's the worst lie I've ever told on this show. One chap threw a milkshake on him. Not sure what flavour it was. I think it was possibly strawberry. Might be vanilla. But he threw it in Tommy's face, and Tommy instantly behaved in a very politician, statesman-like way by trying to give him digs in the ribs. Did he have a microphone or something, Tommy? Is that what he was poking him with? Should I stab him up with a microphone? If only the camera had said, we're on you, doof, doof, doof. That'd have been like your doof, doof, doof. Cherry's fucking eyelashes. So it's not been going great. However, there was one more kind of embarrassment. He bumped into. Oh, by the way, before we get off that, see the soulless ginger daywalker. It's really hard to do that shit. Him there. That's the most unnatural position to be in to point ever. Could have just gone like that. Soulless ginger daywalker there. He waited until all the action was over before jumping in and kicking off. Calling, fucking fascist! Why didn't anyone turn around and go, oh no, you can't say anything. Oh no, shh, don't call anyone else anything. You're an evolutionary dead end. You can't go out on a sunny day, you have ginger hair. Ginger pubes. They just look like they smell. You like a bit of fire crotch?
Well, not his, but yeah.
Not his.
I've got associations, Aidan. Associations, memories.
Of his. Well, you see, Tommy's not terribly happy there. But the main embarrassment, to be fair. By the way, if any ginger people are watching, I can't apologise because it's all true. He bumped into Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson Moraes. Ederson. I'll just point out, on your screen, Tommy's the one on the right. As you can see, because he's quite small. And Ederson is quite a... Manchester City's goalkeeper, great goalkeeper, one from the best team ever. And I will have no other words on that because nobody else has got a microphone that supports anyone different. Cherry don't give a fucking Graham's a blue anyway. So, bumped into Edison, said, had a picture with him. Now, there's a Twitter account called Danny Tomo, who apparently is now a spokesperson for Tommy Robinson, who claimed that Tommy has the full support of the Man City goalkeeper. So they bumped into each other. Tommy's gone, this is what I like, doing that weird little shuffle thing he does. Have you seen his shuffle? It's like a two-step. Can't stop moving. Always moving. Bad nerves. Bad nerves, too excited, adrenaline, who knows? But Tommy was there, got his full support, said Danny Tomo. Edison wasn't so keen on this description. Here was his tweet in response. This is verbatim. People have made me aware of who this guy is. Edison didn't even know who he was. I definitely not support this guy or his ideas. He just stopped me for a picture. I had no idea who he was. Do not be a liar. Did anyone really think that a man who speaks very little English and is indeed an immigrant would support some of Tommy Robinson's ideas? I don't know. But that was just because obviously Twitter went fucking mental when Edison posted that. But I don't know Tommy's campaign, but here's the thing. I don't know if Tommy's going to win the position as the MEP for the Northwest, but I think he's going to do quite well. Because the more everyone mocks him, the more everyone says he's a Nazi, the more everyone says that he's worse than Hitler, which, remember, by the Amazon measurement, we have proven he is worse than Hitler. If you don't understand that, it's because you can still get Hitler's fun book, Mein Kampf, but you can't get Tommy Robinson's fun book. Worse than Hitler, you see? Proven using the Amazon Hitler measure. I think he's going to do quite well. I think he's going to do. Graham.
Yep.
Are you going to vote in the European elections on Thursday?
I'm going to go round as many different places I can and vote numerous times, yes. All for Tommy Robinson.
How very Democrat of you.
Every single one for Tommy. I'm gonna write Tommy in the box.
Are you?
Yeah. No cross. I'm gonna write Tommy.
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 Tommeh. I like Tommy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna vote for Tommy Robinson?
And then as I put it in the box, I'm gonna go, he talks like me. Like that.
In it.
Are you gonna vote?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, with your job, don't say Tommy Robinson.
No,
even if you were, which I don't believe you are, don't. I'm tempted, only because I spoke to Daz, who also does stuff for Trigger Warning. I was having a conversation with him earlier. And I was joking. I said, I've got to vote Tommy, Anna. And he went, no, you can't. I said, what? Because to me, that's like a meerkat moment with me. As soon as you mention you can't, look, I can't.
Meerkat moment, that's
The
brilliant.
thought of him being our MVP just really tickles me, Aidan.
Well, because Daz said, I said, well, why not? And he went, well, he'll be terrible. I went, what as? Why will he be terrible? I don't understand. The thought of Tommy Robinson rocking up in Brussels, a place I still don't believe exists, by the way, just stood there, shuffling about, not knowing what to do, completely, I mean, with all due respect to the man, completely out of his fucking depth with those people, as we all would be. I think it's just fucking gold.
With his little blue suit on.
Oh!
You alright?
Is that the only suit he has?
I don't know, but he loves it, doesn't he?
He does. Nothing wrong with that. I buy clothes and I will not get rid of them. I'll wear them for 9, 10, 12 years. But I'm not trying to be an MEP. I'm just a scruffy oaf.
Can you imagine it though? The BBC are definitely going to stream the count live, aren't they? They're going to stream the announcement live. Can you imagine them saying Stephen Lennon, independent, and then like 47,000 votes, 47,000, yeah.
Can you imagine
and him just going
when it's time to show the Parliament in Europe, the European Parliament? Nigel Farage. Right, Sargon of Akkad, Count Dankula, and Stephen Yaxley Lennon. Farage hates the fucking lot of them.
Yeah.
But what a front row for England, eh? What a front four.
You know what they should do?
Not England, Dankula's be Scotland.
He's Scotland, yeah, but they should film them all in slow-mo, like while walking down the
corridor.
corridor. Do a proper...
Yeah.
do little like so they freeze and the
I
name
predict
comes up.
Farage will not be seen anywhere near them.
Yeah.
His Brexit party's doing remarkably well right now. He's outpolling everybody.
Yeah, it's like 31%, something like that. It's crazy.
That makes me doubt people that say, well, the nation's changed its mind and don't want Brexit. People are willing to vote for Nigel Farage.
Do you remember every smug cunt that made that joke about, what if we just give them blue passports, that'll sort them out? Do you remember all those people that made that same joke or similar? It's funny how it works out, isn't it?
Yeah, not very good at reading the mood. And that's the problem with Twitter bubbles, isn't it? You start thinking that's how the world actually is. And it isn't. And if you keep thinking it is, you're going to wind up with Tommy Robinson in Brussels.
I can't stop thinking about Tommy
Giving
Robinson.
it a fucking large, mate. Fucking hell.
He's got to win. He's got to win just for the fucking moment. Just
It's like we've said, we said, we don't want the presidency to fail in the United States, but Donald Trump is an odious person. It's not a defense of Hillary. We get it. But I really like the idea of him getting re-elected in 2020. Do you know why? I can't change anything, but I can enjoy the shit out of it. Perfect scenario for me and for all the wrong reasons. Trump 2020. Prime Minister Boris Johnson. MEP Tommy fucking Robinson. Count Dankula, Sargon of Akkad, and Naughty Nigel back in his seat there. Never said put the fascists to horrible to this. Don't give a fuck. Do you know why? It'll be so much fun to watch. And tears taste delicious, whether from the left or from the right.
They'd have to have him on Question Time, wouldn't they?
Couldn't say no.
They couldn't resist. They couldn't not do it. He's an elected.
Future's looking rosy for Tommy. Stephen, you actually Lennon Robinson. It'll have to be Stephen Lennon on the...
It'll be Stephen. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sure that's not what everyone will be chanting, no. Dummy!
Now, Stephen, you can't really chant Stephen, can you? Wow. I just can't. It's just what a world we live in. What amazing times we live in.
This is the best timeline, man.
A billionaire failed businessman and shit TV star is the President of the United States of America. We might be getting the worst Prime Minister ever after having one of the worst Prime Ministers ever. We might be having MEPs that include YouTube shit posters and Tommy fucking Robinson. What a time to be alive!
I know.
All that and phones that fold up. Although they didn't work. But they will. What a time to be alive. All filmed on a Huawei device. Which, by the way, Daz is getting a Huawei phone.
Wow.
He's going to be spied on to fuck. I enjoyed talking about Tommy. It's alright, that. It's fun. We've only gone 10 minutes over. That's barely a tickle for us. Barely a tickle. A drop in the ocean. Oh, let's have a look here before we go. Why do more people come in near the end? Oh, there's a show on. And we're going to go. Right, let's have a look here. Darwin's Dream. Hey, Hayden. Hey, you crazy wankers. He means you two. Mr. God to you still talking. I guess there's only so many hours a day you can creep on young ladies at the beach. You got to do other things as well. Rule 2 of the internet. Everyone fucks your mum, says McDuff. No, that's just what your mum tells you, dude. It's just yours. Al Bundy. Yeah, he's playing the Al Bundy thing full head to the hilt. Oh, I missed that guy. Is he dead?
No, he's in Modern Family.
Oh, so he's not dead.
No, he's still going
That's
strong.
all right then.
He plays kind of the same person, but rich.
Well, like the Married with Children, Al Bundy.
Mr. God to you says, Tickle Me Hayden dolls are now available to order. You'd buy one as well, you creepy fucker. Shish kebab's typing. I don't understand the word you say. It's all in foreign, so I can't possibly follow that. Hol Rob, hello, Hol Rob. Not seen you around for a bit, dude. Hope you're doing well. Having a look through here. Yeah, everyone's still chatting away in there. That's nice. It's all going. Nice to see some familiar names as well. And hello, Sam Shepherd. I don't think I've said hello to you either so far. We're done. We gotta go. This has got to end at some point. If you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have, please do join us again next week. If you'd like to help support the Trigger Warning Project, you can go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv and sign up there from $1. You can also head over to the website. If you use the Brave browser, you can use the basic award tokens now, which someone did, and that was wonderful of them. And I think we're going to be taking Bitcoin soon. So Graham and I still don't know how that works. If you go and listen to the last podcast, the evidence that it's two old men trying to figure out how Bitcoin works. I mean, well, one old man and one man who's old before his time. You used to be a lot younger before you started hanging out with me, dude.
What, like?
It's had a bad effect on you.
It's been a few years now, Aidan.
You've gone very gammony.
I did go gammony on the podcast.
You did. You were all red.
I was all red, and I got really self-conscious because I'd literally just been in the mirror looking at myself, going, "Why is my skin?" And then I came in, and it was like the first thing you said. You're like, "Why are you so red?" Just like,
I thought you'd been wanking.
I had to hold back the tears for a full hour and a half. 1 hour 37
Well, I know
minutes.
there was something because like 2 minutes after the thing, my phone went. Thanks for pointing that out.
He noticed.
That's the worst thing you could say as well, because I'm obviously going to be looking for it every time now.
I know.
You just looked quite flushed.
I know.
I thought maybe you'd been exercising.
I wish I had. I wish I'd had fun out of it, but no. I was. It was a settled redness, which was the worrying part.
It wasn't passing. Boss Hum says, I'll send you 100 BTC. Is that good? Is that bad?
Take it as a good thing.
I don't think that's the case. Maybe it's 100 little tiny pieces of one. I don't understand, but we're going to put the long ridiculous links up to it anyway, because why not? Let's people throw things in anonymously, because a few people have said they don't use PayPal, they don't like to use this, don't like to use that. It's cool. We appreciate everything you do. If you don't want to throw any cash in, that's fine too. You might not want to, you might not be able to. Just help us get the links out there. So we do this every Thursday, every Sunday at 12 p.m. via YouTube. You can watch Graham's Sunday show. Was it The Real Sunday View?
Hashtag not Irish.
Hashtag not Irish, of course, which follows Richie Allen's show. Almost immediately where Graham shows him how it's done. I pop up occasionally on a Sunday evening, or I did last Sunday, might do that again. And every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. We kind of broadcast the podcast live with video, and that comes out as a podcast on the Wednesday and sometimes on the Friday as well. Lots and lots of stuff. But please come join us again. Thank you so much for your time, for all the bullshit and all everything else, and all the digs back and forth. We really appreciate every minute you spend with us, because it makes it even more fun to do. It'd be kind of creepy if no one watched and we still did this. It would be weird if I didn't have my...
We kind of have done that a couple of times.
Only once or twice. I was going to say my friends, but... No, on Patreon it's Trigger Warning TV. Trigger Warning was taken by some shit metal band that never use it. But we can't do anything. Can't do anything about that. I'm going to say hello to Natalie, because I've not said hello to you now. Good night, Bob, Paul, Fano, and Ricky, and to everyone in Troll Central. You know, you guys are always my favourites, no matter what. Even that weird Eastern European fucking weirdo shish kebab. I don't fucking potato loving motherfucker. I still like you, dude. So, guys, thanks very much for your time. Have a great week. Come back and hang out with us wherever we are and whatever we're doing. It'll be a pleasure to have you there. Until then, bye-bye.